Hey everyone, it's Cara from 24 Carat Events. Sorry, I'm looking down because I have a clipboard again. Today I'm filming my first DIY video. So the theme I'm going with for this month is Shipwrecked. It's the theme that I went with for my wedding, so I thought it would be the easiest since I already had everything that I need to do these DIYs. So the first DIY is glass bottle table numbers. The colours I used for this theme are mainly like pale pinks, sea greens and blues, and a touch of gold. So yeah, let's get started. If you'd like to see how to make them, stay tuned. So the things you'll need are some PVA wood glue. This I bought from Bunnings. Also a glass bottle or a wine bottle with the labels removed, all washed and ready to go. The double-sided tape I actually didn't use for this project, but you can have it just in case. A selection of twine, these I bought from Kmart. A glue stick, which I also didn't use, but it's there just in case. A pencil and rubber, and some scissors. And then on the side I've got some cardstock, printed card, and some plain A4 paper. So to start with, you'll be drawing your table number on your A4 paper with your pencil, and then you're going to cut it out ready to stick on our card for the bottle. Here I've made one already ready to go, and I traced the font from the previous bottles that I've made. So I'm just going to carefully cut it out and get it ready to glue onto our card. I did forget to mention as well that you will need a ruler for this project a bit later on. As I mentioned, I did trace this font from my previous bottles, but you can draw it freehand, or if you'd like to trace a font from somewhere else, or maybe something off the computer, you can even print it and cut it out, however you'd like to do it. Just need to make sure you carefully cut it out so it can be stuck onto the bottle. One other thing I forgot to mention is that I did also use a cutting blade to cut the paper between the letters, like on letters E's and A, so I wouldn't, tear it with the scissors. So I did bring in a cutting blade later on, you'll see in the video. If you do happen to tear any of the letters, don't stress too much. You'll have glue there, plenty of glue options and double-sided tape, so you can sort of stick it into place with when you sit it on the card, and no one will know otherwise. Now I'm going to take my cutting blade, and I'm just going to get a piece of cardboard to lean on and cut all the paper between the letters and inside the number 8. As you can see, I've done table number 8. Now that that's done, I'm just going to take my rubber and try and rub out any of the pencil lines that you might be able to see, just very carefully so we don't tear the paper too much, but just so you can't really see those pencil lines. The next step is to measure out the cardstock ready for our label for the bottle. So I'm just grabbing my old bottle just to sort of measure it out. I didn't use my ruler before I cut it out, but I'll give you the measurements. So I've got my ruler. I've also got a paintbrush. I'm so sorry, I forgot to mention again. I've measured my piece out 10 centimeters wide and 15 centimeters in length, which is roughly the same size as the previous bottles that I made. We're about to glue our table number onto our card and then get it ready to glue onto the bottle. First, I'm just going to place them onto the card just so I know where I'm going to glue them. And I did grab my cardboard to lean on as well so I don't get glue everywhere. Now take your glue. I just squirted some into a pile on the cardboard, and then I collected my paintbrush and started painting the backs of the table number and gluing it onto the card. Next, we're going to glue the label onto the bottle. So I do the same thing, just sort of measure it out and bend it a little at the side so I know it's going to go on easy enough. And then I just grab the paintbrush and paint the glue on the back of the label and then glue it in place. You may need to hold it down for a little while so the glue will stick, but it does dry fairly quickly. I did use a lot more glue for this label just so I can make sure it's going to stick down properly. It is a little bit more of a tougher, sort of thicker paper than the A4 paper, so I just wanted to make sure it wasn't going to peel up at the edges. Once you place the label on the bottle, just press it down, holding the sides in until the glue starts to stick. It shouldn't take too long before it takes hold. And voila, you're halfway finished. Now we just have to decorate the neck of the bottle with the twine. Now take your twine of choice. I had two options there. but I've gone with a thicker twine for this one, thicker than my previous bottles. So just unravel it a little bit. Now the first thing I'm going to do is tie a knot at the base of the neck of the bottle. Then I'm going to add some glue to the neck, and I'll use my paintbrush just to sort of paste it all around the sides and the back of the neck as well, before I wrap the twine up towards the top of the neck. Make sure you get a good even coverage so that the twine will stick, and then just start wrapping it around up towards the top of the neck. Once you reach the top, I'm just sort of pressing down to make sure all the twine has stuck, and then I'm just going to snip it off and glue down the edge. Because the twine is quite thick, I am gluing it quite a lot, and I'm just holding it down until it begins to hold. Once the twine is glued in place, you can go back and snip any little ends from the knot that you tied in the beginning, and then you're complete. There you have beautiful table numbers ready to go for your next wedding or event. This DIY is super easy and it looks really great for any event. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. This DIY is also posted on my blog, so I'll leave a link if you'd like to check it out. And if you'd like to see more videos like these, please subscribe. And thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!